everybody's having a good week. We are halfway through. Looking forward to the weekend as always. Did any of y'all have any St. Patrick's Day plans on Monday, or probably last weekend, I suppose? Any green beer shenanigans happening? I didn't really do much. I didn't really do anything for St. Patrick's Day this year. It was pretty uneventful. But so we're going to go ahead and ground in like usual. So find yourself a cozy spot, either seated or lying down, wherever you prefer. And we'll just take our a few deep breaths, ground ourselves, and start our class. Okay, I think that's enough time. It's been 3 minutes or so. So go ahead and close your eyes and lower your gaze, or or keep your eyes open, whatever feels good to you tonight. And just start to focus inward, leaving the day's events at the door, outside of the room, just putting it all on the back burner for now, knowing you can go back to it later if needed. We're just coming into the present moment, getting ready for our practice tonight. Just notice how you feel in your body before we start. Go ahead and place one hand on your belly. And let's take 3 deep breaths from the belly, inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. And really trying to slow down that exhale each time. Ready? Inhale through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. Again, inhale, filling up the belly. And exhale. Letting it go. Last one, inhale through the nose. And exhale, slow as you can, through the mouth. Contracting the belly. And just allow your breath to go back to its normal rhythm. Try and come into the present moment, just noticing your surroundings, what you can hear, feel, smell, and taste, using all your senses to become self-aware. And when you're ready, slowly open your eyes, coming back to the room around you. And we'll get started with today's practice, starting on our hands and knees and tabletop. So, shoulders are over the wrists. And the hips are over the knees. And I would suggest scooching back to the end of your mat. And you'll see why in a little bit, but yeah, just ground yourself, pushing down with your hands, maybe kind of try and grip the mat a tad. And we're gonna start out with some cat-cows. So on your inhale, loosen and release the belly down to the mat, lifting the tailbone and opening the chest. And on your exhale, round the back body, chin towards the navel, tucking the tailbone. Again, inhale, squeeze the shoulder blades back. Exhale. Again, inhale for cow. Exhale for cat. Really using your breath here. Last one, inhale. And exhale. And come back to neutral spine here. Now we're going to lift your right leg up to a 90-degree angle, kind of like you're peeing on a hydrant. And we're going to do some hip circles. So trace circles with your knee here, keeping your core tight and trying to stay centered as possible with your hips. And we'll go the other direction. Just warming up the hips here. Okay, now we'll switch sides to the left leg. Lift up your left leg and trace the circles in a clockwise direction. Good. And switch directions, counterclockwise. It's warm in here. I'm already sweating. Should have had my fan on. Okay, and go ahead and release your legs down. From here, we're going to keep our bottom body, I guess you can say, the hips and the legs where they're at. Come on down to your forearms and walk your hands forward, lowering your forehead to the mat for puppy pose. You can place your forehead down or your chin, whichever is more comfortable depending on how far down you are. And just take a few deep breaths, 3 deep breaths here. This is a nice little back bend. And go ahead and push yourself back up. Coming back into child's pose. Now from here, bring your big toes together. Widen your knees as wide as is comfortable. Push your hips back towards your heels and walk your hands forward for child's pose. Again, resting your forehead on the mat and taking several deep breaths here. Lengthen the spine through the crown. And slowly walk back up, coming into a seat. Actually, we'll come back into tabletop and we're gonna go on our belly. So drop down onto your belly. Spreading your legs a little bit wider than hip width distance apart. Your hands are under your armpits and your elbows are close to your rib cage. Rest your chin on the mat. And with each inhale, push your feet into the mat, lifting your torso and your chin, and lift your hands so they hover over the mat. And exhale, lower down. Again, inhale, push your feet into the mat. Lift your torso and chest. Exhale, lower. Last one, inhale. And exhale, lower. And from here, we're just going to turn on our side and push ourselves up into a seated position. Extending the legs out in front of you. Oh, I forgot to mention, if you have a prop, you'll need a block or a pillow or a bolster. Something to kind of lift your hips up at some point, actually, yeah, towards the end. So if you have a prop nearby, go ahead and grab it. You can even use a folded up blanket, just something to lift you up a little bit. So anyways, sorry, I meant to mention that earlier. My bad. So go ahead and swing the arms up on your inhale and exhale, reaching down for a forward fold. Now this is just a passive forward fold, so if your knees are slightly bent, that's great. Just allow your hands to fall where they may. You don't want any pinching or burning or stabbing here. Just want to feel a little bit of the sensation in your legs. It's okay if your back is rounded. My stomach is making noises. I think I'm hungry. I'm sorry if you can hear that. Just let gravity do the work. And slowly walk yourself back up to a seat. From here, we will come down onto our backs. Slowly lower yourself down. Bend your knees, placing your feet flat on the mat. And scooch your heels back just a little bit so that your fingertips graze the back of your heels. Keeping your legs hip width distance apart. We're going to do our bridge. So on your inhale, you're going to push into your feet and lift your hips up. Squeezing your glutes. Ready? Inhale, push into the feet, lift the hips, keeping the knees hip width distance apart. Option here to clasp your hands underneath and push them towards the heels. Squeeze the glutes. Keep the knees open. Clasp the hands and slowly lower down to the mat. And we'll do that one more time. Inhale, push into the mat, lift your hips. And option again to clasp your hands underneath your glutes. Release the hands and gently lower down to the mat. Now from here, place your left ankle over your right knee for our figure 4 or reclined pigeon. You can stay here or reach around your right knee and pull towards your chest, making sure to flex your left foot here. Keeping your neck and shoulders on the mat and relaxed. Actually feels really good tonight. It's a nice stretch. All right, go ahead and release and we'll switch sides. Place the right ankle over the left knee. And if you'd like a little bit more intensity, bring your left knee towards your chest. Keeping your right foot flexed. And your shoulders and your neck relaxed. Remember to breathe. This side's not feeling as good as the other side. That's okay though. One side is usually tighter than the other, so that's normal. And go ahead and release. Shake out your legs. Extend them out and shake them out. And then go ahead and bring your knees to your chest. And just rock back and forth a little bit to massage the lower back. Lower spine, not the lower spine, the spine. Then lift your torso here and bring your nose to your knees. Kind of like a ball, a little ball, squeeze tight like a little ball. I don't know why I'm flexing my feet. You don't have to flex your feet. And release. Okay, so if you grabbed a prop, you're going to need it now. So either a block or a pillow or a bolster. If you have either of those, go ahead and grab it. I'm going to use a block. With your knees bent and your feet on the mat, go ahead and push. We're going to do legs up the wall, but we're not going to use the wall. So push into your feet to lift your hips and place your prop underneath your sacrum and lower back area. So we're going to have our legs up and we want to be supported here. Once you have your prop situated, you can raise one leg at a time. Bring your arms up to, well, you can bring them up in a diamond shape or a cactus shape, whichever is most comfortable for you. And just try and relax your legs as much as possible in this shape. It might feel a little strange, but many, many benefits. We're just not using the wall. We're pretending there's a wall there. Okay, and slowly lower your legs back down to the mat. Push up into your feet to remove your block or your pillow. And from here, straighten your right leg, extend it out in front of you. Keep your left leg bent, bringing it up towards your chest, and with your right hand, slowly guide it over to the left for our twist, keeping your hip and your knee in line. Bring your arms to a T and gaze over your left shoulder if that's available to you. Twists are really good for the body, for detoxing the body. It's kind of like, I imagine it wringing out the organs like a sponge, getting rid of all the goop and whatever's stuck and stagnant, gently releasing that. Okay, go ahead and come back to center. Extend the left leg. And we'll go to the other side. Bend the right leg, bring it up towards the chest. And with your left hand, gently guide it over to the left. Tee your arms and gaze over your right shoulder this time. For those of you, if this is hard on anyone's hip, if it's too intense of a stretch, feel free to put a pillow or a block or a bolster underneath your knee here. It kind of just helps to support it if there's too much stretch and intensity in the hip. Just an option for you there. And slowly come back to center. Extend your right leg, shake your legs out. Now, bend your legs again, bringing them up towards the chest. Raise your torso and grab onto your feet, the outside of your feet if possible. Otherwise, you can grab onto your shins or your pants, whatever you have that's comfortable if the feet is not the option. Pull your knees towards your armpits here for happy baby. And you can gently roll back and forth if you'd like. Again, another nice massage to the spine and the low back. Good. And go ahead and release the legs. Extend them out in front of you. And start to get comfortable for Shavasana. We'll stay in Shavasana for about 2 minutes. Feel free to place a pillow or bolster underneath your knees to make yourself more comfortable, or cover yourself with a blanket. However you can get the most comfortable here. Maybe take a deep breath and let it all go. And just process all the work that you did in today's class. As short as it is, the movement is still so beneficial for the body and for the mind. Maybe you can notice a difference now after the practice as opposed to when we first started. And I think for our short meditation tonight, I'm going to do it laying down because I'm comfortable. So you are more than welcome to stay where you're at in Shavasana, or you can sit up like we normally do. It's completely your choice. But we'll go ahead and get started with the short meditation. So as we did in the beginning of class, just bring your attention inward and start to observe the breath a little bit here. Maybe place one hand on the heart and one on the belly if that feels good to you. Just to feel your belly rise with each inhale and contract with each exhale. And again, noticing your body. Notice that it's there. sorry about my dogs. If you can hear them, I apologize. My husband must be home. And we'll just do a quick body scan here. Starting at your feet. Just notice anything about your feet. Are they cold? Are they hot? Are they tingly? What do you feel in your feet? Moving up to your ankles and your calves. Again, just noticing. Do you feel the air on your ankles and calves? Are there clothes that you can feel on your ankles and calves? Slowly making your way up to your knees and your thighs. Are you holding any tension? Is there anything any more you can let go of and release? Moving up to your groin and your buttocks. Just observe. We're not judging. We're not forcing anything. We're just witnessing. Moving up through your belly and your waist. What do you notice? Without changing anything, without judging. Move up to your back and your chest. Just observe if there's any tightness still, or maybe you're completely relaxed here. What is your body telling you? Moving up to your shoulders and your arms. Maybe you want to relax them down if you have them on your belly and your chest. Now to your neck. Are you holding any stress in your neck? Or have you let that go? Again, just observe. It's almost like you're just sitting back and saying, oh, I notice there's a little bit of tightness on the right side of my neck. Okay, that's okay. Just letting it go. Now moving up through your face into your head. Relax your jaw. Notice what your eyes are doing. And we'll take just one big deep cleansing breath and let it out with a sigh. So you can be vocal here. Inhaling through your nose, holding it at the top, and exhale with a sigh. Ready? Inhale through the nose. Hold. And exhale with a sigh. Great. And when you're ready, just start to wiggle your fingers and toes. Maybe moving your neck from side to side, coming back to the space around you. And turning over to one side. And slowly pushing yourself up. When ready, coming to a seat. And I look like I just woke up. My hair's a mess. That's okay, we're in yoga. It's okay to be a mess. Go ahead and do one big inhale, reaching the arms up, bringing the hands down to the heart center. And show yourself some gratitude today for coming to class and showing up for yourself, for your mind and for your body. Thank you so much for coming. I truly hope you enjoyed tonight's class. I'm so grateful to be able to share my practice with you. I hope you have a wonderful night, and thank you so, so much. See you next time.